So guys, interesting last 24 hours. Again, we had Bitcoin go test 29,000. We had the whole problem with the hack with Curve. Ultimately, if you have a look at Banter Bubbles today, you could see Curve got smacked pretty hard. When that came out, we started to see a little bit of redness in the market. And I was thinking, okay, what's going to happen with the weekly close? And is this going to start the dump? I think that was the big thing. As I saw it come down, were we going to lose 29,000? I got a bit worried. I got stopped on my Doge. I ended up closing some positions. I'm like, this maybe brace for impact. But again, what we have is we have Bitcoin holding support yet again. The $29,000 area we bounced yesterday perfectly. And now we are straight back at resistance. And remember, we are fighting this main resistance, which is the $29,600 area. And if we get above that, we can finally get back to the 30,000s. Now, the only difference this time is we have the dominance in our favor. At the moment, as things stand, we saw that the FOMC last week started to direct and started to move, the flow of the dominance. We had this big push when the XRP pump happened, and then we came to support and we started to lose it. And what happened yesterday was we lost it, we came back to test it, and hopefully this can be the leg that gets us back down to 48%. So if we can have Bitcoin get through these major areas over here to the upside, then we can have the dominance come down and ultimately start a nice little alt pump again. But we still face the big problem. The big problem is we need to get through this resistance ASAP. Otherwise, there is still another big possibility down to the $28,000 area. So today I'm going to be speaking about Doge. I'm going to be speaking about many of the altcoins and what are the next altcoins that are breaking out. Because we have the dinosaur coins waking up. We have Litecoin, we have Bitcoin Cash, we have BSV, we have many different alt tokens. We even have Ethereum Classic breaking trend to the upside. So it's weird how the dinosaur coins are busy breaking trend at the moment. We're going to speak about what's hot right now and what we want to catch if the market breaks up and how do we protect ourselves? How big can this dump be? Because will that dominance go up if Bitcoin does lose the support to the downside? It is Monday. Happy Monday to you all. No more wasting time. Let's get into the show.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click. Enter the sniper.
Crypto Banter fam, hope you had a fantastic weekend. Say what's up in the chat. We got Crypto Degen, we got Reese, we got Rodrigo. What's happening? We got Evelyn. Yo. What's happening, guys? Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Smash the subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. Smash the like button if you're part of the family. Been through war and we continue. I want to remind you guys that tomorrow we start our first major event of the Sniper School Cohort 7. Right now you can get it for free. You go below, you hit the registration button, you open the exchange account, you deposit $100 and you prove to us that you used our exchange link and we'll give you Sniper School for free. That's the last cohort that runs on the system, guys. So spots are running out. I put a video on the weekend saying we had 250 spots because we have over 7,000 people that have registered for this cohort. So we've opened up one more time, so there's a couple hundred spots, or I think it's 100 or 150 spots left. Go below and join Sniper School. Get Banter Bubbles. Go to your app store right now. Get Banter Bubbles. Works incredibly well. Again, when you get a nice little move, you can see what's moving. You can see what's doing good right now. You can see we've got BSV, we've got Bitcoin Cash, we've got Optimism breaking out really good today. So there's many different tokens. I want to speak about Ethereum Classic because all of a sudden we're starting to break some trend on Ethereum Classic. So usually that may be indication with ETH. We'll see what's happening over there. And then, guys, remember, we have the ByBit competition. So go below and register for the competition. As things stand right now, we are the second biggest team out there. So if we go over here, let's have a look. There we go. We have 1,640. The winning team is 1,791. Now, guys, I want to explain that the owner of this channel, his name's Run. and he's very competitive, and he puts a lot of pressure on us if we're not number one. So guys, do me a favor. Let's win this competition. Let's be named the best traders in the world, and let's make the boss happy. Let's make the boss happy. So if you have a look over here, we're about 100 people off. So go below and sign up for the competition. It's up to $8 million. And what's nice about it this time is previously we have Sheldon versus Run versus Kyle. This time we have Banter as a whole. And we're going to be opening something called the Whale Room. It's going to be a live trading session every single day throughout this whole competition. Either I will host it, or Kyle will host it, or Miles, or Run, or us doing it together. But you're going to have a Banter Whale Room where you have us every single day. We're taking this competition serious. This is a statement. This is time for us to show that we're not entertainers. Hey, Run. We're not entertainers.
We're not entertainers. We are traders. We're going to win this trading competition. Okay, do you want to give away an iPhone?
I do want to give away an iPhone.
Open the spreadsheet on your. I just sent it to you.
Is it this one? The same one?
The same one. Refresh it.
Okay.
Yeah, refresh it.
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to confirm, Josh, can you hear? Because I'm on this mic today.
Okay. In the comments, pick a number between 1 and 1,650.
Okay. Comments, guys. Which number? We're giving away iPhone. So I just want to explain it again. So if you go over here, we got the competition. So every 50 over 1,000 people we're giving away iPhone. Yes. Does that mean already we're giving away like?
Go to my Twitter. I want to show you what else we're giving away. We're giving away something that's so amazing. Go to my Twitter.
Oh, yeah. X. I'm getting used to this X, bro. It's so different. I can't find my Twitter these days.
Okay, scroll down.
Yes.
You see that pillow? Okay, now look. I know you're laughing, but this is a very important. This is a very important pillow. It's a moon pillow.
Okay.
How it works is you set your response, your alerts.
Yeah.
And basically, how it works is.
Oh, when you're sleeping on it at night.
When you're sleeping on it at night, it vibrates to give you alerts.
You're either going to get liquidated or you're making profits.
It gives you the sleep peacefully, get alerts when the market moves, catch around and save yourself from liquidation. You see?
Yes.
That's how it works. If you want one of those, we're going to be giving those ones away. All right. The number that people have chosen here is 567.
Okay.
Mr. 567, you get an iPhone. Send us an email to giveaways@cryptobanter.com. If your account number is, your user ID number is
567.
567.
There.
Yes. So it's 51006325. You win an iPhone.
iPhone, maybe. Come on, iPhone. You got iPhone. Okay, guys. So again, I just want to remind you, if you do sign up for the competition, for every 50 people that we get, over 1,000, we are giving away iPhone. So at the end of the day, you know, the boss he's basically walked in here and he says we're giving away iPhones. So do me a favor. Let's get 4,000 people in here. Let's give away 300 iPhones. He wants to play that game. Let's play that game, man. You can win an iPhone. So very cool. End of the day, we're just motivating for us to have the best team out there, and we want to win. Like that's the big all of it. Okay, cool. Damn, no iPhone. Don't worry. Keep going. There's a lot of iPhones, especially if we keep getting regs. There's a lot of iPhones. We give up to a couple hundred iPhones. So there's a good chance of you guys winning. Okay, let's quickly speak about Bitcoin. Right now, you can take your chart, you can jump to the 8 hour, and you can put these 3 lines. Very simple. These 3 lines over here, don't too complicate it, don't need to really do much. You just got to put these 3 lines. And you got to work with horizontals right now. And it's like steps. Right now, we got the crazy resistance. You know, the area we held for a while. We've spoken about it. We're below that area now, which is the $29,500 level. We've had 1 or 2 cheeky little wicks above, giving the possibility maybe we're going to break through. At the end of the day, what you can notice is you see these wicks. And you just want to see when the first closing candle gets outside of those major lines over there. So let me highlight it so you can see it a little bit more. There we go. Big, important line. Now, this line separates us between 2 major zones. We keep getting rejected over here, and we lose this trend. We lost it last night, but you could see it was a little bit of a liquidation manipulated wick that happened. So you want to pay attention to the closing candle. But if we do close a candle below this trend over here, very likely we are going down there. So again, what you want to do, any valuable money you have within the markets, pay attention to Bitcoin, put this alert over here. If we do start to get there, not to say that the dump will be humongous, but ultimately start reducing the size of your trades. Just to protect yourself until we know that Bitcoin's back above ground and we can start to move our way. Because what's very concerning right now is it is boring as hell. There's a very, very, very boring crypto market right now, and we don't have any interest. There's no buying. But maybe there is a lot of buying at 28,000. And that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for a directional move that can bring in volume. And therefore, if there's no buying power right now, there's two things that's happening. Either it's a preparation for some sort of announcement, some sort of news event that's going to give us the momentum to get up, or basically we are sitting here, more sell-offs are happening over here, and the interest is moving down. I think that's a big thing. When are we going to finally get a nice big move from Bitcoin to get back above 30,000, 31,000? Is when there's interest there. The big question is there interest at 29,000? Is there interest at 28,000? Or is there interest at 27,000? These are the three major targets that we have at the moment. And remember, it's not about predicting the market. It's about going with the market. The market's going to offer you, every day we wanted to give it something. It's going to offer you something. And it's up to you if you're going to take it. Now, I want to explain to you guys yesterday, my Doge over the weekend was up to $15,000 in profit. And for me, I was like, nah, it's going to go more. It's going to go more, going to go more, going to go more. And I ended up getting stopped last night for $3,000 profit. I still got in the profits, but end of the day, in my head, no, I want more. But the market is offering me a certain amount. And we had that cheeky wick that came down. It's bounced really hard right now. I think I put my stop a little bit too high. It is what it is. But ultimately, it just shows again that you got to trade what the market's giving you. So for now, it's not about predicting, just about putting this very simple line. And as things stand, Bitcoin still remains bullish. Sounds crazy, but it does, because end of the day, it's still holding trend. Yes, we had the cheeky wick, liquidation hunt, stop loss hit, all these sort of things, they come into play. And now we want to see it roll up. So end of the day, bullish scenario that we want to see within today, tomorrow, we want to see this, right? That's bullish scenario. We hold trend, all good, amazing. Never be afraid to open any short-term little longs on support, because you can put a stop nearby. Okay, so you're not afraid to buy any support buys right now. You're just preparing. Then you have bearish scenario. Bearish scenario is we lose over here, we test up, and we tank really hard pretty quickly. Pretty fast is what this happened over here. So what you want to do is if we break this trend over here and we start to close below that, start crunching down on any important money and go put some limit orders nice and cheap. So ultimately, it's very hard if the market tanks quickly to go get the buys that you wanted, but always be prepared. So you'll get the little early hint over here that we're starting to close below this trend. Go put your buy-ins. I'd probably look at around a 10, 15% down within altcoins if that happens. I don't think it's a major crash that takes Bitcoin back to low 20s, but I do think it will go down to an area where there's interest again. Right now, we're just waiting to see where is interest. Now, I want to remind you guys again, I want to jump to the monthly quickly with Bitcoin. And I want to remind you that you still got to keep it very simple when it comes to any of your long-term money. Okay, so you got trading money, you got long-term money. Trading money is in and out, and you want to make some extra cash. Your long-term, you're riding throughout all of it. Okay, and you're only ever buying and selling if it's really worth it. So again, for any long-term part of your portfolios, keep focused on the 200 daily moving averages. So it's one simple moving average, and you can see over here that we've respected this beautifully this year. So it's a really good support right now. And you can see on the monthly that, again, we are still holding. And it's still saying anywhere above 26,500, we are still extremely bullish when it comes to the long period or the higher time frame view of Bitcoin. And then another thing that I want to show you guys over here is we've got the MACD on the monthly. Now, the MACD, I don't use it too much, but I do like to use it when it comes to like very higher time frame, bigger moves. And you can see we went through a very long period of bear, right? You can see over here, there's the bull. See the bull, lots happening over there, and then the bear. But what I am seeing over here, it's very interesting, is we're getting a cross. We're getting a cross in the two MAs that are happening over there, and we're starting to print a little bit of a greenness over here. So it's very interesting to see that we had bull, we had bear, which is very similar length, and now ultimately, what does this mean? If we get the cross over here and we start this greenness on the monthly, is this bull? And it basically takes us all the way to 2025, which would make sense, right? So when it comes to the market cycle and the timing of things, the timing is still saying that the bull market has started. Bull market has begun. Doesn't mean it rampages from out the gates. Remember how it works in a bull market. Bull market starts off with a slow climb, and then at the end, it starts to pivot very quickly. Therefore, smart money gets in within the slow climb, and late money comes when obviously the market explodes. And that smart money that got through these periods over here, especially these lighter red periods over here, they start offloading as you start to get that big acceleration to the upside. So pay attention to this. Very interesting to see how this is playing out here at the moment. And then we are getting some slight signs that on the higher time frame, bull market has begun. So again, you're crunching in and you're paying attention to what Bitcoin is doing on the shorter time frames. But high time frame scenarios, this could be the start, guys. It could definitely be the start. And you know what? I'm going to keep trading it like it is the start. I don't care anymore what anyone says. Oh, we're going to go back down, we go down. I'm trading it like bull market starts today, tomorrow, every single day until bull market comes. because I'm not going to miss it. I don't care how many losses. I can have 1,000 losses, no problem. Those 2 wins, they take you beyond, and you're going to learn about it, guys. Everyone that is paying and suffering through this bear market, you're going to think back and be like, wow, I'm so grateful that I stayed focused every day. I'm so grateful that I stayed in, and it all makes sense at some point. So again, we're paying attention to Bitcoin at the moment because dominance is sort of in favor. It's right there at resistance at the moment, and you'll see a lot of alts. Now, again, you look at ETH to Bitcoin, looks bullish. I still think ETH joins the party very much at the moment. So zoom into quickly on ETH. And again, look how Bitcoin was fighting that support. Look how far ETH is still from support. 1800 is the support on ETH at the moment. Why am I paying attention to ETH? Firstly, I have a bigger holding in ETH than Bitcoin. So I've been waiting for ETH to be woken up. But ultimately, after that, we never had an ETH run that helped that dominance to the downside. So again, if we are going to have this dominance collapse at any moment to the downside, for me, it's ETH. It's ETH that wakes up and helps join the party over there. And what we like about ETH, why we don't like XRP, and I'm sorry, guys, I'm not saying it in a bad way, but XRP pumps, and basically, once XRP pumps, it doesn't really get the rest of the altcoins to pump. ETH is different. When ETH breaks and ETH wakes up, it wakes up the entire altcoin market. So I want to take you guys back to here again, and I wanted to just pay attention to this total 3 over here. Here's a big one. So what total 3 is, it's basically all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and ETH. And what you've noticed over here on the 8 hour is we've broken trend. So we've broken trend, and if we hold these supports over here, you could see we had that little wick yesterday, that if we hold the supports over here and we break the higher high today, it's indicating altcoins, excluding Bitcoin, excluding ETH. So again, we've been waiting for a whole altcoin explosion. At any moment, this will begin, and we will start to explode really quickly to the upside. Now, I want to explain to you again, let's quickly jump here to the weekly, that when do we expect a huge pump right now? Because we are sitting in the middle. This is the one we really want, guys. This is the one where the real money gets made. I don't care about it. Yes, I like Bitcoin, but a Bitcoin pump, an ETH pump, that's a 5, 8, maybe an 8x, if things go really, really, really good and we get a couple $100,000 Bitcoin. But when we make crazy monies within the altcoins. So again, you can see we've been basically forming this channel on the weekly for a little while, and we're approaching resistance. And again, we want to see it 2 things. Either we go up here, rejection back down. That's the depression scenario, because we're still thinking maybe there is depression to come within the market. But ultimately, as soon as this explodes through here at any moment, just wait for this to come back up. There we go. As soon as we get through this is when we unleash the alts, and you'll see how quickly they will start to accelerate really quick. Now, at the moment, they are fighting this previous level. Remember, Bitcoin's fighting that level too. But at any moment, we are going to have the altcoin awakening. And you can see that there's still time. So I want to remind you guys again, the reason why I'm showing this is not that it's broken the trend right now, but I want to remind you that smart money enters before you get acceleration very quickly. So you want to get your interest, you want to get your entries in before acceleration starts, because when this comes, you're going to make so many mistakes. You're going to buy late. You're really going to struggle within the market when that basically happens. So just pay attention again, that total 3 has been the one that got absolutely nailed when it came to the bear market, but it will be the biggest gainer when it comes to the upside, definitely. Last thing I want to show you before we jump into the altcoins, pay attention to the USDT dominance. So again, the one that's going to indicate bullishness within the markets. Right now, this is basically showing us when money's going to USDT and when it's going into coins. Very simple, because right now I don't think there's new money in the market, but I do think there's a lot of money still sitting in stable coins. I definitely do think there's still a lot of money, just clear that, sitting in stable. So what we have over here is we've had this resistance, right? This is the resistance. If we break this resistance, for me, that indicates $28,000 to $27,000 Bitcoin. But we have this trend line, and I want you to put this trend line in today, because if I think we break this trend line, I think the market wakes up pretty quick to the upside. So if we lose this trend over here, okay, it's very much an indication that we're going to go test the next support, which is probably the lower range over here. And that would basically take things back to where they were, right? Because when we hit this period over here, it's more or less when Bitcoin was sitting at $31,000, $32,000 level. So if we lose this, it's indication that the market's going to probably attempt those major areas again. And then if we lose that, that's where the things get very interesting, and we start to go back to way higher time frame breaks. And you can see that we actually want the next move. We want to get back down to these areas. These zones down here. We get back to these zones down here. Now you start getting back to a 40K Bitcoin. You start getting back to a 3K Ethereum. And that's how you're going to keep trading it. You're going to trade it that, yes, this way may be the small test now over here. It's a nice little pump in the market, but you've got to trade it like it's going to break. You have to have conviction, guys. You have to have conviction. You have to have confidence that this is going to happen at any moment. Therefore, you're going to get the move. So it is going to be many attempts. But remember, you're going to be sitting back when you got that move, and you can sit back and just make money, right? Well, while everyone's trying to get in, they're trying to FOMO in. Again, the show will be back at 5,000, 8,000, 10,000 live. Those times are coming again. They're coming again, where everything's going to explode. I'm going to be back at 100,000 views. I'm going to be trying to get them in at the top. At the end of the day, it's just not realistic. So the ones that are here now, paying attention now, this is where it definitely plays out, and you're nice and early. Now, let's quickly go through a few of the alts over here. I would just want to remind you guys that I got stopped on Doge. So let's quickly speak about Doge because I want to get a re-entry. So here was my drawing. Okay. And I literally got stopped, literally, like it was 7,640. I literally was the guy that got stopped right at the bottom, like literally right at the bottom. Anyway, what I'm paying attention to over here is for me, the Doge move is still the 1 to the 9 to the 10 cent mark. So that's still the trade that I'm focused on. So what I have is this little trend at the moment. Where it's bouncing is beautiful, guys. I think any test around 7.5 is great for Doge. I still think there's something happening. There's something happening. There's going to be announcements. Something's going to happen. I just feel it. There's a lot of things with Elon. He's busy just mentioning Doge little bit. There's going to be a massive announcement. Like, this is just off my guts, no financial advice, but ultimately chart is showing huge explosion. Everything's coming, and I know there's something possibly coming big at any point. So I'm not countering out a nice position on Doge throughout this market at the moment. I'm just looking at a new entry, and I'll be waiting for my entries around 7.5 for now, unless we break this trend. Then I'll emergency get into it. Let's speak about the two trades that I am in though. So I'm degening a little bit just for fun, because I do think that 𝗕𝗃. Remember, guys, it's not a long-term hold, just to make some money. It bounced beautifully on 618. It bottomed yesterday, and we have that trend. So I started dollar costing into a 𝗕𝗃 position. I'm only $27,000 in on that position at the moment. And then I'm in a 𝗬𝗃 position, which I'm starting to build. So 𝗕𝗃 first, keep an eye on this trend line over here. I think that this break over here will either go back to these highs, if not, go test the major 618, which is in this area over here. So it could end up being a big one. And that's just going off the thesis that dominance drops and we start to get a little bit of FOMO and a little bit of, retail back in the market. That's how my thesis is playing and why I'm starting to dip my toes slightly into 𝗕𝗃. Same with Doge, same with many of these tokens. I feel that's what's going to get excitement and retail back into the market. I want to quickly speak about 𝗬𝗃 before I jump into all the other altcoins. So for me, 𝗬𝗃 as well, it's in the slow grind right now, which is nice because I always protect myself at these zones because I know if I lose this, it will be a quick drop to the downside. So it's a nice protection zone. But the reason why I'm doing it is because it's creeping up to this like major resistance, which is this 8.5, right? This 8.5. And from this 8.5, the next target's 1.1 to 1.2, if not breaking. Now, 𝗬𝗃 has been smashed hard. It's one of my most favorite tokens to trade within a bull market. And this is a great resistance. If I can build this position over here and get the trade and the breakout here, remember, I play with Ultra Bull. That's just how I trade, guys, because, end of the day, at least when the Ultra Bull moves happens, I'm going to be in. But as you can see, I want to build here and see if I can continue to build for the breakout over here where we can start to get back to the 1.6 to the $2 mark. Guys, I still want to remind you when it comes to 𝗬𝗃, I think this is an incredible entry on the weekly for your long term. I really do. I think there's a very high probability that we get back to the $5 mark, if not back to the areas of the 10. No financial advice. This is my personal opinion. But I just know this token, and I know how well it does in the bull, and it's definitely one of the big money tokens for me. So if you want long-term entries, I think it's in a great area to dollar cost. And I think short-term entry, once it gets above this resistance, I think it's going to start to waken up. It's done really well over the last few days. It holds pretty good when Bitcoin gets bearish. So that's why I'm building a 𝗬𝗃 position at the moment. Okay, now let's jump into some of the tokens quick. Let's go into 𝗖𝗿. This is my thoughts right now. My thoughts are that from here, at any moment now, we have a pushback to $28. I still think we go to $40. I still do think so. Maybe there is another entry at 22, possibly if Bitcoin gets a little bit bearish now. But I still think Doge, you see this little push over here, higher high, bounce on 618, and I'm just being patient for a nice little 𝗖𝗿 break to the upside. So if you see over here, there's the trend. If it breaks through there, 𝗖𝗿 is still definitely one of the stronger tokens right now. We had a 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝘆𝗍, which went a little bit lower than the buy zone than what I wanted, but it's still above This little push that happened last week was a nice little volume spike. It smashed through resistance. Therefore, I'm very interested in buying it on these support zones here, where we have at 73 cents, at 75 cents is support zones. And I still think this is going to rally up to the 95-cent mark. Definitely one of the stronger tokens, still very much in support, and one of the trading tokens that I'm focused at the moment. One that's looking very terrible right now is 𝗏𝗡. It obviously rallied really strong, but it did break this trend. So for me at the moment, it is a slight concern. So, for a little bit lower. But what you got to remember is this was a really strong push to the upside. And maybe this is a full retracement to 618. So it does look like if you want some spot buys or some longer term buys on 𝗏𝗡, it looks like be patient for possible 65, 66 cents. And I wouldn't be trading at short time frame right now. It doesn't have much strength. And how I would track this is I'll just keep this trend, keep tracking it down. And ultimately, if it makes its way down to these areas and cracks the trend, therefore there will be your entries. So I don't think it's major concerns right now, but it's definitely losing steam on the shorter time frame. So I'll stay away slightly or slightly de-risk from the 𝗏𝗡 trades at the moment until it has strength. Then we jump to Cardano. Again, Cardano holding. It looks strong, guys. It looks strong when Bitcoin gets bearish. It looks really good at the moment. So pay attention. I still think this is good. 31, the 30 cents or 31 cent for Cardano. I'm still prepping for the move to 40 cents as a shorter time frame move. I do think it gets a lot higher. I think any entries between 25 and 30 cents for Cardano for the bull run is phenomenal entries, because I think it goes back to $2. I do. So that's an important one. I'm still waiting patiently on Phantom. So we spoke about this. You've got to be a bit patient with this, guys. The one thing that you'll learn with crypto is you get rewarded from patience and not losing faith. Very important. But if you look over here, I'm still playing with this big double bottom, and I'm still waiting for this trend break. So if you go over here, there's the trend line. I think when that cracks there, I think we've got to make a trade. So this is still one big spot position I'm building at the moment. Then let's go through a few other ones. Let's go through Render. Render, double bottom. I think this is it, guys. I think Render's going to have a nice push. It looks bullish at the moment. I would probably protect myself around the 1.75. But I think this is going to be a push from Render at any moment back to $2, if not $2.2. So Render looks fired up today. Nice little double bottom over here when it comes to the higher time frame. So bullish pattern that's played out there. And I think at any moment, Render's going to wake up. So pay attention to Render on the shorter time frames. Let's jump through to GRT. Not ready yet, but will definitely be one of the big movers once we break through this trend. So put this trend in over here, great trend. And this, I think, will be a strong move back to the 14 cents. So I think there's a good 20-25% move coming from GRT pretty soon. Now let's speak about dinosaur coins. What's happening? Obviously bullish at the moment. And again, until you have the whole altcoin awakening, which I think comes at any moment, but it's not yet, just yet, I would trade strength. So for any traders, I think it's way too expensive to buy this for long term or for spot. But for Bitcoin Cash, I think this could be a fun coin to to trade on the shorter time frames. So what it's done is it's broken trend. It looks like the retest zone is anywhere here between 245 and the 252 area where we're at the moment. And I think at any moment we're going to rush back to the 300, if not the 340. So definitely a very strong token when it comes to trading at the moment, and woke up really quick. Now, yes, guys, smash the like button, smash, smash, smash. Let's speak about optimism. No trade right now, but definitely for those who are holding it, we're starting to get some progress. It broke through. So you can see how I'm cleaning my charts right now, and I'm just using very simple horizontals. But if you look at optimism over here, this was the resistance. It smashed through that. It's now got another big one over here. If you were looking to buy, you basically wait for something like this to get in this zone over here. But if you want to go ultra bull here, you really want to see this just start to crack through these areas over here. So optimism, definitely one of the stronger tokens. Now, guys, I'm going to call it. This coin's been dead as shit. Sorry for my language, but it's been horrible. But I'm going to call it. I think at any moment now, if market goes bull, I think ThorChain's going to have a pump. I really do. It's breaking a nice little wedge. For the first time, you're going to be getting a higher high if it breaks this wedge to the upside. And my first targets is around the 1.1 to the 1.2. But I do think at some point, this does start to get back to the real structures. And ultimately, these are back to the $2 marks, if not the $3 marks. So I think long term, I think it's incredible entries now for ThorChain. And I think shorter time frame, I think it's going to be one of the bullish tokens. If market goes bullish now, I think ThorChain is going to explode very quickly to the upside. Then I have a higher risk token. I just want you to pay attention to is 𝗏𝗏. I spoke about 𝗏𝗏. We were getting this around 10 cents. It is starting to get its way up, so you want to start putting stop losses every time you buy it. But here's a wedge. If it breaks this wedge, I think 𝗏𝗏 goes from here to 65 cents. So I still think it's a big mover, higher risk, a very small part of your portfolio. This still falls under my 20x for the bull market. So one of the small caps that I've been loading up, they've been building a lot. And ultimately pay attention to that, because if that breaks out, it's going to move quick. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm giving you guys tons of coins with tons of resistances. But if the market turns bullish, you got to know what to trade. Very simple. Any break of trends over here, you want to pop your stop loss under the previous low and ride it up to the range highs. And definitely take profits. I'm not taking enough profits within the market at the moment. Then we have XRP, Army. You guys are either going to explode again, or you guys are in crap. Like you're not in a good place. So what we have right now is it's literally hit 3 times now the same support, which is around the 67 cents. If it loses that, it's coming all the way back down to 55 cents. So any shorters, I would pay attention to that area, okay? Right now, it's a good buying zone. But what you want to pay attention to is if it comes down again, if it breaks, I think XRP goes to that dollar. I really do. I think it's fired up. I think the community's fired up. I think it's in a good place. We just want to pay attention that it's crunch time now. You lose the bottom here, there's possible better entries over here. So if I'm a long-term holder, I'd be waiting for these entries. If I'm a trader, I'm paying attention to any of these breaks for long or short, because I think it's going to be a big mover. Now, another one I want to speak about is Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic coming to life at the moment. So I don't know what this means for ETH. I don't know what it means for the market, but I know when Ethereum Classic wakes up, there's usually a nice little altcoin run, but this has broken through, and there is retest between the 1850 and 1880 as we speak right now. So this might be a push for Ethereum Classic at any moment now. I would just pop my stops around $18 at the moment. So you're probably running around a 3-4% stop loss. But I think this is the time. Usually when Ethereum Classic wakes up, there's a nice interest within altcoins. So it's interesting to see how this is breaking before Ethereum is breaking. So let's see how that plays out. Then I think we have a few days out, or day 2 out of Litecoin. So it broke trend at the moment. It does have this resistance. So I think there might be a retest. I'm just a bit nervous about this halving, guys, because usually it goes down. So let's see. Maybe there's a little bit more hype, but this might be a shorting token for the rest of the week. But I would maybe TP out. I think if we do get to around $100, I'd probably TP out because the likeliness of it rejecting or coming down after the halving, and the hype and all that sort of stuff, you probably will get it a lot cheaper. I'm still waiting for Litecoin around $60 for the long term, higher time frame sort of view. Then another few tokens that I'm paying attention to here is BNB. So BNB has got this nice little range over here, okay, and it's got these little highs. If it cracks through here, I think it's going to move, and it might even start to retrace that big dump. So if it does do the big dump, you can get this anywhere back to $300, the previous support that it was holding. So again, BNB, like structurally, it's looking really good at the moment, actually. So for me, I'd pay attention. There's either some buys around the 240 if you really want to scalp it. But ultimately, if it breaks here and retest here, I think you're getting some nice early entries. And who knows, maybe Binance Coin or BNB comes strong back to life. It survived really well. I'm very proud of how it survived. But this could be a nice little mover again to the upside, even possibly to the $300 mark. So great gains to come when it comes to BNB. Let's speak about Chainlink. So Chainlink, very strong token at the moment, really making strong progress. On this last little move over here, it's holding the 618 perfect. So if you see here, it's holding 618 really good at the moment, and just pay attention to this trend line. So I would probably wait to see if it comes down and test any low, but the trend of that, I think we go to $10. So again, markets go bullish. Chainlink is one of the bigger ones. Now let's speak about the one that got smashed. Let's speak about Curve. So Curve obviously got hit really quick last night. There was some sort of hack that happened. I don't know too much details about it, but I do know that there was quite a bit that happened, and it may have started, a little bit of the alt pullback that we're having right now as things go. But it does look like it's getting a bit of buy up over here. So I actually want to speak about this major level. So you got this support here. If it bounces here, this probably take a little bit of time, but I think this would be great DCA zones. But if we obviously lose it, there is a possibility this bad boy comes back to 40 cents, if not the 30-cent mark. So there is a little bit of, we don't like these hacks and a little bit of the FUD. And I don't like how this played effect possibly on the market dump last night. So we've got an altcoin that possibly played got a little bit of fear within the market as things stand. But I do think, guys, if, Run was saying this morning, he's like, he loves buying coins that got hacked. Loves it. Because it's like huge specials that come really quickly. So I'll keep an eye out around the 60-cent mark, and I'd have some extra cash around the 40-cent mark if you want to get curve for the bull market. Again, I think every entry you're fighting for right now is for the bull market. Let's get 𝗿𝗏 on here. 𝗿𝗏, what's happening, bro? I know I went through many.
Man, how's it going? No, it's good. Yeah, looking at a couple of things. That curve thing's interesting. I mean, curve's such a big aspect of the DeFi market in crypto, right? So, that's why kind of Run gets quite excited. When it gets hacked, it's an opportunity to buy. I mean, curve will be a hell of a thing to knock over completely. So, I'm a fan of curve, especially in good areas. What do you got in front of you? Oh, that's cats. That's mine. So yeah, curve. Same story. I've got weekly trend. I've got weekly horizontal. It's not a bad region for me for curve. So any sort of weakness into these areas, I'm quite keen to take a look. I did notice something interesting. You did cover a lot of the juicy ones, but BNB sitting at resistance, but just like you're saying, it's looking slightly different. It's looking like we could get a little pop here. I don't know what's going on with BNB, but sitting at resistance, something to note while we wait for things to happen. We've got Uni sitting at resistance as well, but it's been
Uni also really well.
So yeah, I mean, we're either looking at a little rejection here now, or we're going to get this pop that we want, send us to the next level. Matic, like you said, looking sad. 200-week MA and trend. Maybe some more downside. I don't know what your thoughts are there. Yeah, not looking great. Near resistance, also not looking great. Looking a little bit sad here. Maybe some more downside on near. ADA, also trend resistance. So interesting. Litecoin, we got that little move we wanted last week, Friday. We said 200-day MA, little push into resistance, 5%. But like you said, TP zone now. Let's not play games. We're at a TP zone. Take your profits if you took that trade. Wait for the next move. We're either coming back down or we're going to get this pop that we're looking for. Render, you've covered. They played a bit of games with us this weekend, didn't they? Look at this thing. They came here with this little wick. Same as Doge. They stopped a few people out, but sneaky. But we're watching them. So, I'm still looking for something like this.
It was this whole fear thing with the curve. It's just this manipulation, bro. It's just this manipulation at the moment. It's really manipulating the market.
You can see they were playing games with us this weekend. 𝗖𝗿𝗃, Brew, what do you know about 𝗖𝗃? Is it dead? Is the NFT situation? I don't know.
I spoke to the guys this morning, and apparently 𝗖𝗃s, especially in the gaming industry, they've been the only ones building really. So they're extremely bullish on the future of 𝗖𝗃. They've been building, and they think they're going to be on top of the run when gaming comes again. You guys cannot count out gaming. Gaming is the best runners in the bull market.
So if you like 𝗖𝗃, bro, we're on support. This is a 12-hour chart.
You're telling me to 𝗖𝗃 into 𝗖𝗃?
So, fuck, I don't know, bro.
𝗖𝗃 into 𝗖𝗃.
Sorry. Look, maybe a little pullback there. Could be a nice little aggressive entry over there. And then we've also got the trend break. So if you're unsure about 𝗖𝗃, let it break trend. Then we can trade that break and that push later.
I do think it's a mega gainer because 𝗖𝗃 got hit for quite a while to the downside. And I do think if we pop there, I think it's going to be an aggressive move. I really do.
I like it. I like it. It's not the worst thing. Comp, I was playing around with some fibs today. And this is a 4-hour. Had a little pump into the 786. And then a little pullback into the 786 region. So, scalpers over there, maybe looking for a little bounce play. If not, we're going to see that type of thing play out. So that's
I'm just looking here quick while we're on it. If we crack this 𝗖𝗃 one, this is going to be a mega trade, Hopefully it comes in time for the ByBit comp.
Yeah.
Because if this comes to ByBit comp, this can easily retrace to here, bro. And that's a 100% move. And it should happen quick.
That's why I'm showing you guys this. We've got the support here, 1.8. We can't be that bearish on support. If things turn in the market, we know stuff like 𝗖𝗃's going to turn quite quickly. So, this is your support, 1.8. Watch this area. If you get a pullback into 1.8, maybe just grab a little bit. Then you've got the trend that you can buy off.
So one thing I like about you, though, is you dip your toes into everything, bro. Like you just go like just a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. But
I don't
you catch.
discriminate. I don't
Yeah,
discriminate.
exactly. But when they go, you catch. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
that's the end of the day. It's fishing, right? It's fishing.
So we're watching coins all the time. I look for ones at support. I look for the ones at resistance. You know, we set alarms. We keep our eyes on all these tokens for you guys. GRT you've covered. Yeah, 618 support. You know, still a decent area. Optimism you've covered, just like you said. Looking for a little pullback and then maybe a little long into this 1.9 region. Injective I still like. I'm not sure what the news is going on at the moment. They wicked us yesterday. Same with 𝗏𝗏, same as Render. They played some games, but you know, we're still sitting on support here for Injective. So I'm still liking this one. Phantom you've done, I think. CFX. It's a Chinese token, so we need the Chinese to wake up a little bit. But the CFX has been playing on this level for a very long time. This is the daily, so you can see, I mean, we went back to the 15th of June, we were sitting on the support. So, you know, something to have on your watch list. Maybe we get another little dip there, and then we're looking for that. Otherwise, 0.013, probably a nice area to look for a buy on CFX. We know this thing can rip, you know, and it's going to rip while you're sleeping. So, you know, maybe something like this, you get a little wick down to this 0.14 region even. You can maybe get a little buy order.
Definitely a fun token to the upside.
For you guys. Yes, this thing can move, guys. So, but again, it's a Chinese token.
Please put all your alarms. Please put every single alarm that you have on Ape and let me know when it breaks this thing. I'm gonna keep an eye here too. But I want this trade, bro. Okay. Like I really want this trade. Yeah. This is like a golden trade. Like this is long. Look at this. That's long, bro.
It's gonna be a long one.
It's gonna be a very long one. That's gonna be a nice one. Anything else there, brother?
One more here. Yeah, I've got this CAS token. I keep missing the best moves. I mean, we traded a little bit last week. I've got a little breaker trend on the 8 hour. I don't know when this thing's going to run out of steam. It just keeps pumping this thing. So I'm watching this guy now. It's broken trend. I'm looking at the support here at 0.375 as a support zone. Maybe play this little break up into resistance. Let's see what happens there. Otherwise, we've got this major trend that I'm watching. So, you know, if we lose this, it could be a nice short for us. But I think BTC is going to be really falling over. So, yeah, something to watch here. It could be a short little scalp for you guys.
Amazing. I think that's the thing. We got to wait for today. We got to wait to see where Bitcoin goes. But there's either mega shorts or mega longs incoming. So I think we're going to have a trading week. I definitely think we're going to have a trading week.
Yeah, there's a lot at resistance. I mean, we're seeing it. You know, so you know, let's let the week play out a little bit and see where we finish.
I want a Pepe pump, bro. Come on, Pepe.
I want an everything pump. Everything. Craig,
okay, basic, brother.
Mentioned 𝗬𝗏. Okay, we'll talk about
𝗬𝗏. We'll talk about 𝗬𝗏 tomorrow. Let's speak about 𝗬𝗏 tomorrow. Okay. I think 𝗬𝗏's also the next one. Thank you, brother. Guys, follow Dol. Go below. Go ding the Lord of Entry on Twitter. Go follow him. Show lots of love. Incredible value added there. Guys, have a fantastic day. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Get ready for them. I'm saying this again. If the market breaks up and you don't get your entries, come on. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love, Banter fan.